What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. I am back. I've been out for 2 weeks. I had a small procedure done, and thank God I am well. I'm back. I'm refreshed, renewed, and I'm ready to rock. We have a lot to cover. I want to thank God for protecting me throughout this procedure. I want to thank my family and my friends for the prayers. But I am 100% better. I feel great, better than ever. So I am back. We got a lot to cover. There's a lot that's been going on within the last 2 weeks, and we're going to cover some of that. I want to start off with a dire warning to the tenants to please do everything in your powers to avoid an eviction. Do everything in your power to avoid an eviction. No landlord in their right mind is going to rent to you if you have an eviction under listed in your local, in your state housing court uh, territory. So please do everything in your power to avoid an eviction. Once you go through an eviction process, I can tell you the state where I'm at, but everything gets logged into a system, to the housing court system. Everything's logged in, and they're pretty good with this stuff. I gotta tell you, the courts are, at least where I'm at, they're on the money, they're on point, and they document from the minute you receive a notice to quit, which is the initial stages and the initial stage of the of the process, giving you a certain amount of days to move out, uh, all the way to the end. Everything is documented, and they're precise. They're on point with this stuff. Details are in there. Fees, conversations you had with the attorneys, the actual court hearing. If you end up going through the court hearing, how that went, all that is in there, and they're precise. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've been a landlord for almost 20 years now, and I've never I've never seen this like this technology, this whole computer system, software, whatever you want to call it. It's just amazing. The stuff that's in there. You don't really have to look too far. It's crazy, crazy. We didn't have any of that when I first started in the business. We didn't have it. I couldn't look you up and say and find John Smith evicted. Went to court. He refused to move out. We set a date to move out, and he still refused to move out. So the sheriff went to the house, and they removed his properties. They stored. I mean, it's crazy. They're putting everything detail by detail um, in these computer systems. So please, tenants, do your best. Work with your landlord. Do everything you can to try to stay in your apartment. Believe it or not, I got tenants that are actually painting and fixing their apartments on their own because they value their apartment. They realize how important it is to stay put, especially today's day and age. One is the rents are going up. I could see it where I'm at. I'm sure others can relate to me in other parts of the country, but the rents are going up. They are going up like you won't believe. I've never seen anything like this. I'm not one to raise rents. I like to set a standard rate and stick with it. I just don't like to raise rents unless I have to, unless my taxes go up, quite a bit, or insurance. My cost is going up. I don't like to raise rents. I really don't. So my tenants are long term. A lot of my tenants are long term, and it's worked for me. It's worked for me. I know landlords who raise. I know landlords who raise their rents every year 5%, 3 to 5%, and that's fine. It's legal. They can do it. It's no problem. I don't have an issue with that. I don't like to raise rents. It's a lot. Uh, Got to go by demographics. The area that I am in, that I rent, that I have my properties in, it's you know it's not it's folks who pretty much are trying to survive day to day living, uh, paycheck to paycheck, and so I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to do anything to hurt them. I want to do it. I try to give my tenants advice. I try to, I want to see them succeed. I want to see everybody succeed, even my tenants. I told my tenants, I can remember, I can recall numerous conversations, me telling my tenants, look, don't, it'd be nice if I can see you buy a two-family or an investment property, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. That would be great. And I've offered, my, experiences and advice when they seek it, and I've done it. I want to see you succeed. I want to see everyone succeed. There's room for everyone to succeed in this business. I think this is probably the number one business in the whole world, or at least in our country. I know it's tough in some parts of the country, but when it comes to real estate, folks, and rental properties, people need a place to stay. The population is growing by the day. You have people coming in from other countries over the border, and they need a place to stay. It's crazy what I've experienced the last several months. My phone is off the hook constantly. People calling me. I'm not even advertising. I remember when I got into this business, I used to advertise in the newspaper. It used to cost me it used to piss me off. It used to cost me like $1, $150 to do an advertisement for like a month. It's crazy. Now I don't even have to advertise. I mean, I know you got social media and you got Zillow and you got other platforms that you can throw your stuff out there, Craigslist, whatever, but I don't even do that anymore. It's crazy. People are calling left and right, and it's just, I can't keep an apartment empty. It's just insane what's going on. So again, tenants, do whatever you can. Please save your credit, save your reputation in the housing market. Honor that. That's very important. Okay, it's almost as important as your credit score, because you need a place to stay. You need a place for your family to stay. And if you ruin that, if you mess that up because of negligence, or because, I think everything can be talked, everything can be negotiated and resolved, every situation. But you have to communicate with the landlords. Now, I know there's some landlords who, are beyond, right? They're not good landlords. I understand that. I recognize that. But you can still, through email, through letters, communicate, save copies, develop a trail of paperwork and documentation so that, you're covered. You're covered. And it's very important that you honor that. Honor it. Take that to heart. I mean, the days of, I don't care, it's just an apartment, I'll find another apartment tomorrow, those days are over with, folks. Those days are over with. Hang on to what you got. Deal with, obviously the landlord's obligated to, depending on your lease, right? Your lease agreement and your stipulations. Usually the landlord is responsible for all the repairs and issues that happen in an apartment. But I gotta tell you, nowadays you gotta. Sometimes if you have to, fix a running toilet, go to Home Depot and buy a fill valve to fix the toilet. It costs you like $7-8. I think it's worth it, rather than sitting there waiting for the landlord to get over there to do it. That's what we're seeing. That's what I'm seeing today. It's just crazy. I've never had tenants calling me, Ramon, can I paint my apartment? I'll buy the paint. I'll do it myself. You don't have to pay nothing. I just want your permission. I never had phone calls like that. Usually it's like, oh, come over. I need you. I want my apartment painted. I've been here for 5 years. I want a fresh new paint on the walls. Okay, no problem. I want my floors done. I want those are the old, requests those are old requests I used to get. I don't get those anymore. Now I'm getting, hey, can I do my kitchen floor? I'll do it. I'll rip the tiles up. I'll buy the material. if you want to help me because it's your house, fine. But, and when the tenant calls me and tells me that, I say, yeah, go right ahead. That's your house. You live there. That's your house. Okay, I'll chip in. I'll buy the material. I'll buy all the material, and you do the work. It works, folks. That's what I'm getting today. It's crazy. It's just mind-boggling, and I have to talk about it. I have to put it out there, and it's a dire warning to tenants. Again, please, tenants, protect what you have. Protect what you have. Treat it like there's, like if it's your own house. Seriously, because it's getting bad out there, and I think there's going to be a housing shortage. There's going to be a housing shortage. There's way too many people out in the world today, especially in this country. The population is growing by the day, and again, like I stated before, you have all these people coming over the border now. It's just, they need a place to live. Whether they pay or the government pays or somebody pays, they need a place to live, and they're gonna do what they gotta do to get, to have a roof under their heads. So, tenants, again, I'll leave you with this. But I hope that our talk here today is making you put things into perspective a little bit, and appreciate what you have. I'm not saying that just as a landlord, but if I'm renting today, I'd be worried. I'd be worried. Not to put fear in you or anything like that, but just you have a good landlord, you have a decent apartment, and you're happy, nice neighborhood, and you're happy where you live. You know what? Protect that, honor that, cherish that. Okay? Thanks for watching, YouTube. I miss you guys. Do me a favor, smash that like button. You can subscribe to my channel so that we can put more of this content out there so that people around the world can, listen in. Peace out. See you on the next one, YouTube.